So, hello, comrades. Today we will speak with Comrade Rafal,
Hello.
and it will be higher technology, which was the first time presented here by Comrade Patricia from USA, and it is now why we will we will share this technology. So it will be not only our voice and our faces, but also the images. So we will speak about, it will be presentation about Polish parties in the parliament. Of course, all these parties represent interest of the bourgeoisie. Comrade Rafał prepared more than 40 images, but we will not be hurry, so we will speak 1 hour, maybe 1 hour 15 minutes. If we will not finish today, we will continue next time. So, Comrade Rafał, let's start.
Okay, so I prepared this presentation for you, comrades, and it will be, as Comrade Michael said, about Polish politics, Polish mainstream politics, and I want you to be focused on the screen because I will be showing you the images of people, of things that I will talk about, and if you want to understand, better be focused. So as you see, this is the Polish Parliament. It's called Sejm in Polish, and up the screen is how many seats in Parliament has coalition or party. So, as you see, the ruling party of Poland is Love and Justice, and the second is Civic Platform. Left and Polish People Party, PSL, Confederation, and some small parties which are irrelevant or they are part of politics, but didn't have much to say in this politics or in many things.
Yes, maybe I will add that this how to say, People's Party, it is the party of Polish kulaks.
Yes,
So it
the
is
the,
the
the people in this name is more like folk. That there is the people from the masses or something, not people as all people and so on. So it is party of the farmers of the countryside, but as you see, it's not reality. In reality, this party is more like centrist organization which want coalition with everybody to rule, to have seats and so on. So first, this is the map of Poland, and this is the map of percentage of vote who were on this ruling coalition, Love and Justice. And you see this map is splitted on two sides. In Polish, we would say this is Poland A and Poland B. The Poland A is the western part on the left. This is the where this party has the less electorate, and on the right is the eastern part of Poland, which are much poorer, underdeveloped, and is more religious than the other part. And as you see, these poorer people, these people who don't earn much and so on, are voting on this ruling coalition which rule today.
Wait, wait,
So
wait, but maybe stop
okay.
this map. Could you, because it is very, very interesting that if you compare this map with the map of the partition of Poland, you will see that the PIS is very popular in the ancient land which was occupied by Russia. It was this border with the popularity of the PIS and the civic platform is exactly the border of the partition. That in the west from this side there is the land which before First World War it was belonging to Germany and to to Germany, and and in the south a little also for the Autriche. But it is very, very interesting. But apart of Warsaw, because Warsaw it is exception here, and that Warsaw is the city which the PIS, that it is the liberals from Civic Platform which rule in the city, and also apart from the Łódź, I think also the center of Łódź, and in the big cities, as you see, the PIS is not popular, because in all we have here in this map three examples that in Krakow, in Warsaw, and in Łódź it is not PIS who take power, but the countryside in this region, they totally voted for the PIS, and especially in this region Podkarpacie. It is on southeast. There is the village. Then more than 70% people vote for PIS.
Yes. So it can be said that this ruling party today is the party is voice of these people from countryside. It is forgotten people who for a long time didn't have much to say in Polish politics, but now. But it is not true. But you will see later why it may be true. So next slide is this guy is Jaroslav Kaczynski.
It's our Ayatollah,
Yes,
supreme leader.
is leader of the country, but formally he is only a chief of leader of party or ruling party, Love and Justice. But he is not president. He is not prime minister.
No, but
He is
he's
just
vice prime minister, I think. Oh no.
yes. Now he is prime minister of security in Poland. But he is called dictator because all these politics it is president and prime minister listening to him. He has all the power, but he didn't formally take any important position in Poland. So he is called dictator. He is the big brain of this party. All of the deputies are listening to him. So this is Jaroslav Kaczynski. You might see him before because uh, it may be said that he is the real leader of Poland or something because of what I said before.
Yes, and it
This
is why
is
I said that he's Ayatollah, because it is political system similar to Islamic Republic of Iran, that we have in Iran a president, we have prime minister, but the real power it is the Ayatollah, who is not elected in the election by the citizens. He is elected, I think, by the other members of the church in Islam, in Iran. But one time you became Ayatollah, you are him until you die. And in Jaroslav Kaczynski already he is very old. Maybe not so old, because there are the examples of the politician which are older than Kaczynski, but Kaczynski is not in quite shape. If you compare now how he speak, how he walk with him 5 years ago, you see that he's starting to have the problem with his age. But this member of this PIS, they treat him like a god, like you, he can say all things, and everybody in this party always they are agree with him.
Yes, it's also true that he is not very popular in our country. So this coalition put other persons to start in elections because the polls say that if he will start to president to or the prime so he will not this coalition will not win what they won without him in the front place. So you see here, this is Andrzej Duda. This is current president of Poland. He is known about. He didn't have much to say in our country. It might be said he is called the pen because he in Polish political system, if parliament votes something, this later it have to it must president must to underwrite this and president has to choose. He might not underwrite something, and this will back to parliament, and they must have more votes to be to overvote president. But this president is known from this that he is depend of his party, and he's seen everything every paper the parliament puts from for his desk, he will see this. So he is called the pen.
Yes,
He is
maybe I will say a few words how he became a president, because 1 year before the election, nobody heard about Andrzej Duda in Poland. He was somebody totally unknown in Poland. Before he became a member of PIS, he was a member of the party Unia Wolności. Unia Wolności is the Union of the Liberty, and it was the Liberal Party. The biggest enemy of the Kaczynski, it is the liberals from the Civic Platform, and Civic Platform, it was a party which came from Unia Wolności. So you see that he's not a guy from the PIS from always. He chose the PIS because he is opportunist, and because he saw the possibility that PIS take power, so he became a member of PIS. But he was chosen to be a candidate of the party in 2015 because in 2010 Kaczynski lost election. Kaczynski lost election because there are a lot of people who hate him, and there are a lot of negative electorate who vote only to not to stop Kaczynski to become president. And in the time of the election, he was a very big chance. He was very big chance because he started against the actual president, Bronisław Komorowski from Civic Platform, and Bronisław Komorowski make very important mistake. Komorowski didn't wanted to participate in the debate with all the candidates, and so the society take this like something which is unrespecting for the people. And 1 or 2 months ago, the Komorowski was sure that he will be re-elected, but because of this decision that he will not debate with the small candidates, unknown, that he not respect these people, it was something very important for Duda, because he after this decision, after this debate without Komorowski, Duda became popular. And few days after, one of the most important liberal journalists, Tomasz Lis, he attacked personally Andrzej Duda. He attacked personally his daughter. And he accused his daughter that his daughter in his account in Twitter wrote something very stupid. And it was a lie, it was fake account, and Duda was shocked. And when the media very quickly understand that it was the fake news and this accusation was false, it was second time when the Duda starting to be very popular, like a victim of the liberal lies of the journalist, and lie of the not respected of the Polish president. So he in the time of election, everybody hated Bronisław Komorowski. They wanted the change. They knew that Duda is from the PIS, but he was like a guy who is smiling, not talking so much, and nobody knows who is Duda. So they say, okay, it's better to have a president who is smiling without political program, because it is difficult to say what Duda have in his mind. He is a member of PIS. Yes, he repeat all the words what Kaczynski said that he have to repeat. But the people voted for Duda like somebody. Well, okay, he is young. He is smiling, and it is how he became a Polish president. And after he became a second time. Okay. So continue.
Yes, he was young, and he was not compromised in eyes of Polish electors, of Polish people, so they vote for him. The next person is Mateusz Morawiecki. This is the current Prime Minister of Poland. What is important to say that he was long, how to say it? Bankster, yes. He ruled the bank in Poland. It is his Bank Zachodni or Western Bank. It was Polish bank. Now it is another bank. This is Santander. But he was this long chief of executive and in the management of this bank. So now he is prime minister, and what can I say about him? He is
maybe have to we should to start to speak a little about his father. His father was a leader of the organization Solidarność Walcząca. It was the organization which in the time after in 1980s, when in the time of the martial law the Solidarność was officially dissolved, he continued the struggle. His father was a fanatic anti-communist. And also this organization Solidarność Walcząca, it is Solidarity who fight. It is something that people who are collaborated with father of Morawiecki, they think about the using the terrorist strategy against the socialist Poland. It is why the young Morawiecki, he was in the family which fanatically hated the socialism and supported the terrorist action against this. It is why Morawiecki, he is very big fan of the cursed soldiers, and the cursed soldiers like Brigada Świętokrzyska. One of the first things which he made when he became Polish prime minister, he go to the München. It is the city in Germany, and in the cemetery of München, there are the people from Brigada Świętokrzyska. It was the Polish anti-communist fighters who collaborated with Wehrmacht. And he go there to the cemetery where there are the fascists, and there are these guys, Polish fascists from NSZ, and he gave flowers. So in the historical way of thinking, he is anti-communist fanatic, but in the same time, like a politic, he is totally opportunistic. Before he became a member of PIS, he collaborated with Donald Tusk. He collaborated with Donald Tusk in the time when Donald Tusk was prime minister. And you see that there's, but it is not something original to Polish politics. In many European countries, you could find the people who came from bank and became a very important person in politics. The president of France, his name is Emmanuel Macron. Before he became a politician, he was working for the Rothschild Bank. And Mario Draghi, one of the most important person in Italy politics, he also came from the bank. So we have the people who ruled in the European Union. Very often, this is the ex leaders of the banks. We have to remember that Mateusz Morawiecki personally, is responsible for the big drama of thousands of Poles who take a credit in the Swiss franc currency. That he pushed Polish people to take credit not in Polish zloty but in the Swiss franc, and when the Swiss franc go higher, now these people have very big problem with paying this credit. So it was big scandal, and Morawiecki is one of the person the most responsible for this.
Yes, that is true. I had a little blockade because if we think in Poland that something is done by government, we know that Kaczynski is behind this. So these persons which you're seeing now, they have they own characteristic, but they don't are the authors of the most things that government do. So the next slide is so this start is presentation of political parties. This is the logo of Law and Justice, PIS. Maybe something about this party. So this is conservative party, but you can say this is social conservative party, and the most important in this conservatism is his devotion to the Catholic Church. This party is promoting Catholic Church and his views on Poland. But because it was in Poland, it was something normal to government working with charge, but PIS is doing this in bigger scale, you can say. So maybe if you want to say why this party come to rule in Poland, you must be familiar with something what
But
happened in
wait,
2010. Okay.
Um, um, to understand the name of this party, why we have party which have the name Law and Justice. This party was created in the time when in power in Poland there was a Polish social democracy. And the Polish social democracy was a party very involved in the corruption. Of course, every government in Poland after the fall of the socialism was involved in the corruption. Corruption, it is something normal to the capitalist state. But this corruption in the time of the Polish social democracy was much bigger than these parties which existed before. And this party was created by two brothers, the Kaczynski and his other brother, Lech Kaczynski, who was in this time he was before in this government which existed before social democracy. He was the Minister of Justice. And he was collaborated with very many young lawyers, and they were speaking only about the question of the law. So they wanted to make the death penalty in Poland. They wanted to introduce in Poland the system where the hooligans will be punished after 24 hours. And it was the copy of the American parties in this time, that we need to fight with these hooligans, we need to fight with criminals. But the party was created not in the social base, but in the base that we need to fight with this criminality. After they a little chose they little change their politic. They became the leftist Christian Democratic Party. Now it is something like this: conservative leftist parties from this perspective. But the beginning of the party was different. Beginning was, we need to party which will fight with corruption, which will make all the hooligans in prison, which will fight with mafia. It was and because this guy Lech Kaczynski, he was popular guy. He was popular like Minister of the Justice. He was popular like after President of Warsaw. So they create party which was surrounded of him. And in this time, Jaroslav Kaczynski, he was a leader of the party, but he was the frontman of this party was Lech. He was his brother. He died after. So now we will. I saw your photo. So now it's the time when he will. This brother will die.
Yes. So we can move to this plane crash in Smolensk where this in 2010, when Polish President Lech Kaczynski which is brother of Jaroslav Kaczynski, current dictator of Poland, you can say. So this crash was in Russia, where Polish delegation flew to Katyn. Katyn is where the Germans killed Polish soldiers, but the current historical propaganda is that this is Soviet who killed, but they flew to Katyn, of course, to remembering these Polish soldiers, Polish officers in Katyn, and they die. They crash the land and die. What is important is, of course, this fears of all this Russophobic propaganda about Katyn, that the Russian killed our soldiers and so on. And now in Russia land crash the plane with Polish delegation, with Polish president, and over 100 people who were in this plane all dead, and they all die. So it is. I remember this crash. I was like 16 then. I'm grateful to Comrade Michael to see he talked about what was before and in the when this party was created, but I am not familiar in this so much. So listen to Comrade Michael if you want something deeper view.
Okay, so Comrade Michael will speak, because to understand this question of Smolensk, we need to understand the problem with Polish constitution. In Polish constitution, it's not written who is the most important person in the state. We have something like the head of the state, it is the president, and we have the prime minister. From the constitutional point of view, the more important, the real power is in the hand of the prime minister. But it is the president who is elected in the election by all the nation, so he have the moral responsibility. And in the time when the Tusk became prime minister and Kaczynski was a president, it was 3 years from 2007 to until 2010, when there was very, very stupid dispute between the Kaczynski and Tusk. For example, when there was the meeting of the leaders of the European Union. So from every country there was only one guy who came, and from Poland there are two guys. In there are Kaczynski who wanted to came to meeting, and Tusk also wanted to came to meeting. In Smolensk it was the same thing. That 3 days before this catastrophe, there was the delegation of Prime Minister Tusk. So he came in the same cemetery. They make all this. We hate the Soviet Union. Here in this place, the Polish officers were killed. Blah blah blah. And 3 days after, there are another delegation. This time, delegation of president and the guy from PIS who wanted to repeat the same things. The same thing. And because of that, first day, everybody starting to ask question. Why Tusk, when he go to Smolensk, everything was okay, and when Kaczynski go to Smolensk, there was a plane crash. So they started to make these rumors that when Tusk go to Smolensk, he speak with Putin, and they arranged that 3 days after, the Putin will make something to make this crash. And from 10 of April 2010, the Polish politic became the question of the religion, psychopaths, the theory of the how to say spiskowe. Fake news, stuff like this, that people starting to think that it was not a crash because of the mist, because of the weather, because of the mistake of the pilots, but it was the terrorist attack of president of Russia, prime minister of Russia, because in this time that Putin was prime minister and the Tusk was prime minister, and after there need to be the second time when it is Polish president and the Dmitry Medvedev, president of Russia. So it is the party PIS party since 2010. It is party who believed that they are the victim of the terrorist attack of Russia and Donald Tusk and Polish liberals.
Yes, that's all true. So it come this conspiration theory, and I remember this very well. In on internet, it was many movies of this in this in from the skin of this crash, early of when it happened, and that shots are something hearing people are hearing shots, but it was not shots. It was the guy who walk, he make noises because it was in the forest, and it was like the shots, and people think that in this in the skin of this crash are people are still alive, and Russian soldiers come and shots who didn't die, and people really believe in that Russians has killed our president, and it will be war in Poland and with Russia. So and what did Jaroslav Kaczynski and his party and all his media is to promote these conspiracy theories. Is to promote these conspiracy theories. One, because it's Russophobic, so it is as usual in Poland, in Polish mainstream politics, and two, it is against the civic platform. It is against party of Tusk that they are something responsible for this. They are because in Polish politics it is normal that one party accused one other that they are Russian spies or Russians agents or Russians influence. So civic platform accuse Law and Justice, and Law and Justice accuse civic platform that they are Russian interference or something. So Jaroslav Kaczynski did what he did. He started, it is called in Poland miesięcznica. It is every month of a year. They come to one place and make remembrance day for this crash. Every month after month, not only anniversaries, but every month. So it was more like Smolensk, new Smolensk religion or something. It was called. So people really believe in that and were in fear, and this is how and what did civic platform is. The civic platform was didn't accuse Russians did this. Civic platform didn't do this, and it make more real what Love and Justice is saying, that they are responsible for that and so on. And Comrade Michael has said about this conflict of president and parliament, because president was one party and the opposition has parliament, and this was this characteristic of this ruling of civic platform. before Law and Justice came to power. So this Smolensk religion, and there was many experts who say that on the plane was bomb, and this bomb has exploded just when the plane started to land, and this was magnetic bomb. I don't even know what is magnetic
Oh,
bomb.
comrade, this guy is so-called expert. There was the
Yes, of
expert.
course.
There was the commission, Russian and Polish commission, who worked together. And this commission, after 1 or 2 months, decided that it was the human mistake because of the bad weather, and that's all. So nothing. So the real experts from this commission, Polish and Russian, because they work together, or maybe they were two commission, but all these two commission decided that it's a mistake of the pilot. But after, yes, you have right. There was a lot of so-called expert. One of they that there was a throttle. Others said that this mist was artificial. The before plane came there, the Russian make a mist and like this. Of course, there was the theory that the plane land and there was no problem. So Russian came and killed with Kalashnikov the Polish politicians. So we have a lot of theories, especially produced by the guy Antoni Macierewicz. I saw that you have photo of him, so maybe
Yes, he
show
will be
it.
later.
Yeah.
What is important also, there is a photo of Joseph Stalin and Smolensk is planting trees, and that Joseph Stalin has planted this, that this
Maybe.
tree will grow up and to kill Polish president. So another crime of communists
No,
to
but
account.
the real crime of the communists is that this plane, Tupolev, is the Soviet plane. Because Polish can produce their own plane in the capitalist Poland all the time. Now I think that they changed, but in 2010, so 21 years after counter-revolution, all the time the Polish president used the Soviet plane, and to make the reparation of this plane, they need to send this plane to Russia because Poland didn't have the condition to make renovation of Tupolev. So also there was a people who said that it was Russian who make something with this Russian plane, Soviet plane, and also for if somebody wants to knew some conspiracy theory, there is a film movie Smolensk. It's crazy movie, but you can to understand the mentality of these guys from the PIS party, you have to watch this movie.
Yes, I think you now are you know what is about in the Smolensk, this plane crash. So let's go to another slide. Okay. What is also important characteristic of ruling party, that this ruling party is pro-Catholic church. They are the Catholic media has promoted Law and Justice. The Law and Justice has promised to spread Catholic propaganda, and this Catholicism is very strong. But of course, many of politics of Law and Justice are just nominal Catholics. They have lovers. They have divorced and so on. They have child with many women but in propaganda that it is that Catholic Church, the Christians, the Christian religion is a very important characteristic of Polish culture, of Polish nationality. That it is also say that without Christianity there is no Polish people, because Christianity is what is uniting us and so on. So in Poland we have the Catholic religion is very how to say that people believe in God and really listen to what the Catholic Church is saying. So if you connect that Catholic Church is saying that vote for this party because the other betrayals, that they are the Judas, they are the Satan's Antichrist and so on, and this it was. I think it's had a big impact of politics on this party, as you can see also later. But
But
there is also to say that Polish people maybe are Catholics, but they don't go to church of week after week. They go to church one in a year maybe, but they feel that they believe and. They really are afraid what will be without Christianity, and the Christian propaganda is also that without Christianity is nihilism. What said Jaroslav Kaczynski, that atheism is moral nihilism and so on. So this propaganda is very popular, and as you say, that is this Ayatollah um, uh, has is very anti-atheist.
yes, but I want to say one thing because I'm thinking that I'm not agree with you. So I will present my statement. The Jarosław Kaczynski in 1990s, he was not a radical Catholic person. There was a party which was fanatical Catholic. It was the Zjednoczenie Chrześcijańsko-Narodowe. It is the unification of the national Christians, and it was the extreme religious party. And in this time, in 1990s, the party of the brothers Kaczyński was Porozumienie Centrum, was alliance of the people of the center. A center because they didn't want it to be in the same party like these Catholic fanatics. Why? Now is the question why Kaczynski became collaborate with Catholic Church so deeply like today. It is the question that the Polish media are totally manipulated by the Western corporation, and this Western media which existed in Poland, they promote the Liberal Party. So Kaczynski, if he wants to take power, if he wants to fight with Tusk, he needs to make something strong like this corporate media. And we have the church media. We have very strong church media, which was created by Tadeusz Rydzyk. Firstly, he created Radio Maria, and after he created television, after he created newspaper, university, and now he's a guy who have a lot of money, a lot of influence, and like this. So I think that Kaczynski now he started to believe in God and starting to talk about these Catholic things, not because it is something sincere, but it is only the question. He love only one thing, not God, not other woman, not other. He love the power. and to take power, he need to have alliance with something against this liberal media. And one thing which we have to explain when we speak about this Polish parliament, that we have in your first slide. Could you make this first slide?
First slide of political parties.
Yes. Could you return? Oh, yes. So as you see, we have the 228 PIS, but it is not correct. We have this 2028. It is the coalition of it was called United Right. And United Right, it was before 3 parties. Now it is 2 parties. It is PIS and very, very small party. It's I don't know, 10 people maybe. Very, very small. The party which is the name of Solidarna Polska. Nobody there is no written this Solidarna Polska, because everybody know that it is party which is totally controlled by the Kaczynski. But this party, it is the party of this fanatic, religious fanatic. This is very dangerous people. Kaczynski, it's a guy who, in the question of religion, I don't really know if he go to church, or he go to church when they are the media and make a photo. Yes, but he is not a guy who are thinking about this all this religious propaganda. He's not a fanatic, religious fanatic. But these guys from Solidarna Polska, this is the fanatic. This is the guy who wants to make punish women. He make abortion to 20 years of prison. This guy wants to make Catholic propaganda in school from morning to evening. This is very, especially Zbigniew Ziobro, this guy who promoted this all these reactionary things. So when we talk about the Polish government, we need to understand that we have 2 guys who is in the coalition with the party controlled by the Catholic Church. And this Catholic Church, we have 2 Catholic Church in Poland. We have one official Catholic Church and second Catholic Church of the Tadeusz Rydzyk. And this Church of Catholic Rydzyk is more influent, and this church which listen the Pope, because today when the Polish Pope died, the Polish Catholic, they really stopped to listen the Vatican. Vatican was good when the Wojtyła was there. When the German was there, it's not good. Now when is the guy from Argentina who very often use the leftist propaganda, it also not good. They accused him, he's not a real pope, he's the communist, he's a... So the Rydzyk wants to create something like Polish Catholic Church.
Yes, and what is important to say, of course, from the perspective of money, that the Catholic Church want money, so it's obvious, and the government is giving the money to Catholic Church because the government is grateful for all this propaganda, and it was something like business trade or something like that, and of course. Many of the politicians of Love and Justice are just nominal Catholics, as many religious persons who are religious before the camera and so on. But now we can as you see on this image, it is Mateusz Morawiecki, it's bankster of prime minister, and so on. And you have seen that this old lady has given flowers to him, and it is to present you the social phase of social politics of law and justice, because it's very important, and it's real. The law and justice is real, has real social politics, which is from in difference of civic platform, what was neoliberal on full scale, you can say. So these old people in Poland are often devoted to a Catholic Church. They go to week after week to church, and this is their main entertainment in life. But the law and justice to has made a significant reform, which was because civic platform has raised uh, pension age from 65 to 67, or even higher. So
No, for men 65 to 67, and for women from 60 to 65.
yes, and this reform was was you need to remember that this law and justice has cancelled this reform, has turned back to the old, the lower the pension level. So this is very important, and many people are grateful for this. And of course, the civic platform, the former government, was doing this because it is political trend of neoliberalism to abolish our social developments, to privatize, to to privatize healthcare, to privatize education, to make people, because it was often repeated that people live work hard for all their life, and maybe live for 3 or 5 years on this pension. So not long, and didn't take money what they paid. So it is not fair for them. And this government, this is this characteristic, this social characteristic of this party, that they are taking care of the old people who now, of course, they now have low pension, and many things are too expensive to them. They must live for couple zlotys in day. But for example, what they did, it was the 13 pension, so additional pension in year. And many people were grateful for this. And from my experience, it was that my uncle has bought bought car to himself, watch, and which this car he was saying that Kaczynski has, this is gift from Kaczynski for him, because he has always drive old car, which was devastated, and now he has new car for this 30th pension and so on. Of course, it was not new car from salon. It was a car from it was used car, and 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 so on. But it was because these people, old people, are very poor in Poland. It was very, it was big thing for them that someone in government has taken care of them. and this is this maybe good phase of this government, that they improvement in this matter. So the old people, of course, vote for law and justice, and this is the hard electorate, is these people who are 16 and above and up. So um, maybe you can add something, Comrade Mike.
Yes, because you started to talk about the most important thing, why the PIS is in the power, because because if somebody watch our presentation and he see these guys who believed in the Smolensk religion, all the time go to church, and he will think that this is the band of psychopaths. So why they have power in Poland? If the Polish people are stupid, they are vote for these psychopaths. No, Polish people are no stupid. They vote for PIS because of the social politic of this party. Because in the history of the capitalist Poland, it is the first party after 25 years of counter-revolution, when all the governments before PIS, the governments of the liberals, governments of the social democracy was in power 8 years, and they did nothing for the poor people. They did nothing for the older people. All the time they are talking the same bullshit. We are poor country. We need to. We can't give you something because we are poor. We have to. We have to. Faster try to catch up the Western countries, and maybe in one day we'll give you something, but not today. So they didn't respect the poor people, the people from the liberal parties, but also from the social democracy. When they speak publicly what they think about the people from the countryside, very often they said, this is the not educated people. They are going to the church because they are not modern. They don't know. So they disrespect these people all the time. And because they disrespect, also they didn't give anything, money, and PIS started in 2015 when they take power. They in these 2 years, because it is only 2015 and 2016, but in these 2 years they make more things for the people than every government before. They stop this reform of the pensions. They give the money for the children. For every children we have 500 zlotys. They give the money for the pensioners. They try starting to talking about to make the minimal wage bigger and bigger. They starting to talk about the close the supermarket in the Sundays and stuff like this. Of course, most of these things was a propaganda, and some of these things now this um, do you have here a photo of Szydło or not?
No, I don't have.
Yes, because this social reform was made in the time when the prime minister was Beata Szydło. After she was replaced by Morawiecki, and when Morawiecki became a prime minister, PIS stopped with this social politic. Of course, they all the time try to give something, but this in 2015 when they give something for Polish people was the surprise. How it is possible that first time we vote to the party, and this party they make some promise, And after when they take power, they spełnili obietnicę, how to say, they
Make dreams real.
yes, make it real. It was something unimaginable in Poland. The politician can you promise something and give you something when he is in power. So it is why they are in power, and people hate them, hate for this Catholic fanatism, for many things, but they knew that what is the other choice? Donald Tusk? Donald Tusk, and Donald Tusk will make you work to your 80 years or 85, or it is like guys like this. The people in Civic Platform, one of the member of the Civic Platform, guy, a famous lawyer, his name is, come on, Matchak. Recently, he make interview that people need to work 16 hours a day. This is the liberals. They want the Poles to work 16 hours a day. So when the Polish people have to choose between Catholic fanatics and the guy who say you need to work 16 hours a day, it's better Catholic fanatics. Oh, fulfill the promise.
Yes, thank you, Tomashu 966. And we can go another. So here you see the pensioners, the people older who are abandoned by former governments. And on the next slide, you can see the the other social reform of this government. It was Rodzina 500 Plus, which is family 500 plus, which means that every family has monthly is given them 500 zlotys from one child. If they have two child, is 1,000 zloty. If three children, 1,000 and another 500 zloty for them. So it is the face of this government to the families, because there is many problems to raise children in Poland, because it was impossible just with Polish wage starting family. It was very hard to do if you are usual Polish people, usual Pole who live in two person on minimal wage as usual, and so on. It was very hard, but with this reform, these people has gained monthly money additional because they have children, and this was very big contribution, and this gain a very big popularity to this party among Poles, because it was something unusual in Polish politics. I don't remember something like this before. And what is also important, it is what the opposition, the liberal opposition, about these reforms. The liberal opposition was saying that it is giving money for nothing, and these people will not work, and how you can make a good economy if you give money to people and for nothing, and just liberal shit talk about any social reforms, any social gains to people. And this is what was doing popularity to Law and Justice, to PIS, and this talk of liberals, it was why the opposition has so less and less popularity in Polish people, because they were saying that it is giving people to the plebs, to the shit people, to the people from the margins, for the people who drink alcohol, who spend money to tobacco, for cigarettes, and they don't work and they are lazy. And wait, people said, wait, the Polish people are the people who work the most in the Europe, have the most hours in the year. It is what Polish people do. So are we lazy? No. What they're talking about? So this was the hate of these liberals to these people from countryside, for small cities, the people who live on minimal wage, who work for minimum wage, and so on. And these people are starting voting to PIS because of the true face was liberals was not consolidate then. They don't have a program for Poland. They were just anti-peace, anti-PIS. They don't have any proposition to what would they do if they come to power. And this is why they say true. You can say they say true. They hate Polish people, the poor Polish people. They are the men in the suits. Um, they are the men. They're the men, the businessmen. They are the men from the top of the society, and they hate these people, these poorer people. And the Law and Justice Party what was saying, it was that we will give money for them. We will uh, make their life better with this money. And of course, if it comes for my opinion for this, the better option would be when the people would to give people, if it come to children, if it can be the money, but the money that must be spent on children things, and children, the things to raise the children, of course. um, uh, but uh, I am not in power, but and if it come to 500 uh, plus, that this is this is better than was before. Maybe that, or maybe you will say something, Michael.
Yes, I want to say about the economic result of this program. First, we need to understand that in the time when they introduced this 500 plus, the minimum wage in Poland was 1,300 zlotys. So for the woman who has 3 children, already it was something that why I need to work, and for 1,300 zlotys, we if government give me more money for be with babies. So a lot of people go. The first result was the people go to the small bourgeois and said, "Get the fuck out! I am your shit job. I will not work for 1,300 zlotys." So it provoked that the salaries in Poland, the minimum wages, starting to growing. It was automatic, that it was first time when the bourgeoisie starting to think that they need to do something with the salaries, because for the so low level nobody will work in Poland. and it is very, very important because when I was in Poland, when I tried to find a job, the job which they proposed me, it was something like this: 1,300 zlotys. I earned before I went to France, I earned 400 zlotys. So you see how low money it was. Um, second thing, second thing that the liberals they starting to spread the theories that it will provoke the economic crisis in Poland. But the reality was totally different. When these people first time they have this money, they starting to buying things, going to the buy a new television, go to restaurants, spending money. It's starting to make the pushing the consumption up, and it was the from the economic point of view, this decision it was the time of the very, very big economic development in Poland. So you see that liberals are not only the guy who are hate the poor people, that liberals also they don't understand how capitalist economy works, that people who are poor, they don't spend money, and when don't spend money, the economy is in the bad shape. People who have more money, they spend more money, and it is something which may push economy, capitalist economy, to develop. So yes.
Okay, so we can go to another slide. This is this you can see here the women protesting in Poland because there was attempts and later realization of banning abortion in Poland. It was something what provoked mass protests in Poland, and women go to streets and go fuck off. Maybe it will be go would be good translation. And it is this conservative phase of this government. They are this banning abortion in the world when the abortion is this human right and so on. They are banning abortion even if it is risk that children will die one day after birth. They want it to be born and people to suffer about this because there are the Catholic Church is very anti-abortionist, and they realize this to make church happy, to make church propagating PIS. This was this realization of what church wanted for this propaganda. And it was the moment of in history of Poland, maybe when spontaneously people go to street and wanted change, and it was the 100,000 of women of people to protest against this, and the government was afraid of them. There was a lot of police. There are even of secret police in civil clothes to beat women, to how to say it, to beat women, to make them not protest and so on. And it was very important moment in history that Polish people can go spontaneously on the street and and make this what they did. But it has it has changed. This movement has lost this speed, this strength, this speed, this mobility and mobilization characteristic, and so on, because the liberal media, corporate media, has announced that they are the leaders of this strike, of this manifestation, and the people have said, moment, wait, that we strike against the government, but not with you. You are not our leaders. And later the people go off the street, because the liberals was doing very stupid things, very stupid statements, and so on. But this is what the government did, was the break the women rights, was banning abortion. And now it is, in Poland, it is, when it was the situation after this banning abortion law, that women die because the doctors were afraid to make abortion, because this child was inside the woman but was dead already. And then they waited the children to die naturally in the womb. But when this child has died, and the children was sick, has the woman get sepsa, infected by this, and this woman die. And there is start debate again in Poland that this government is killing women, actually, that not it is not pro-life but pro-death, because the women are dying, because doctors don't want it. Of course, in Poland is also sorry, this also a debate, because the people are not the people don't know if this abortion is banned or is not banned. The doctors the doctors that don't know what is the case, when they can, because they this was the tribunal, constitutional tribunal, who announced this. And maybe you will add, because your mother, Comrade Michael, was inside this strike and so on.
Yes, I think that there are already many videos in this channel about the woman strike. So it is one of the most things why I hate this government. So in the one side we have some social things, in the second we have this fraction of the Catholic psychopath in government who pushed this solution like banned abortion. It's starting in 2016. So in 2016 there was a very big movement. There was an attempt to delegalize abortion. There was a big movement to which stopped this. So they stopped this, and they waited 4 years for one more time try to ban abortion. And they used the situation of the epidemic, when they thought that in the time of the epidemic the society are passive, they will not protest. So they decided to one more time try to ban abortion, and they succeed. This time we have the biggest protest, the biggest movement, which in 2016. But until now, the abortion is banned in Poland. A few days ago, I think 2 or 3 days ago, there was a discussion in Polish parliament which wanted one more time make this law in the question of abortion make one and more brutal. There was the project which wanted to punish women, because now in the time, if there is abortion, it's only doctor which is punished. Now they try to make a new law which punish a woman, and punish a woman like a murder, and 20 years of prison. So you can imagine how stupid these guys are. But fortunately, the half of the members of the PIS party was against. So it was too radical to PIS. But they are people. If somebody think that the biggest threat to the Poland is the PIS, no, they are the people much more radical than PIS. That Kaczynski, he only wants to use these Catholics, because without them he don't have the majority in the parliament. But they are normally, if they will go to the election alone, maybe they will have 3% of the popularity, because nobody will vote for the party of Solidarna Polska and Ziobro. But because they are in the coalition, and the coalition needs these few guys, because without them the government don't have a majority. So all the time they try to push the law like this, because the abortion, it's not the only things which is stupid. There is only other things which it is about us. It is about us. The Ziobro wants to totally delegalize the communist movement, the propagation of the communist movement. He wants to change the law that if you are communist, you have to be treated like enemy of the state, the agent of the Russia, or I don't know. He's very radical in this. But maybe no, don't waste time for these idiots. Gave another slide.
Okay, so here we go quickly. You can see the map of Poland, and on you can see contours of Poland, and on the red are the regions when the how to say it. It is the local government has take anti-LGBT anti-LGBT regions. That this region is free of LGBT. That's what they announce, because in the rhetoric of current government, the LGBT is not the people. This is the ideology with what they say, and this was big with the European Union, because European Union has said that these resolutions must be cancelled, and when it will be not cancelled, the European Union will not pay money for them, and many of these local governments has cancelled these resolutions. And what is to say that of course you can see this region is same as the most pro pi the most votes of PIS has come in the percentage of this region. So here you see the minister Ziobro, which is also called the Zero, because he is useless and he is from this party, Solidarna Polska, which is fundamentalist Catholic organization, political party, which is proposing most radical religions reforms, which is proposing this treating abortion like a murder, and women can go for a life to a prison for this. He is also how to say it. He is also Attorney General. He is Minister of Justice, and in the same time, he is Attorney General. So this is the judiciary reform in Poland. And what is to say about this man? Then, if you have any proofs, any you want to report a crime to these prosecutors, that this minister and you want to report a crime of a government or government people, that you can be sure that this minister Zero will be this cancel this, will not take any investigation, because he will say that they're fake, the prosecutors will not take time with this. So this is very dangerous situation. That of course, if you report something to prosecutors and this minister will cancel this, you can go to court, and if court decides that prosecutors must take this case and work on this, that they will be in work. But there is a lot of paperwork, of wasting time and money, if you want to report something. So he is also the anti-communist, the radical anti-communist who want us in prisons. But it will not be easy, Mr. Mr. Zero. You want to say something about him?
Yes, but he is a zero. You know why?
Why?
Because he was in the parliamentary commission in the time of the Riving corruption case, and he speak with Prime Minister Leszek Miller, and it was very very long, and he accused him of many things, and he was very not polite to the Miller. He insulted him, and in the finish, Miller said, "You are zero."
Yes,
And
there's on YouTube about
it was, and in this time, Ziobro was very very young. I don't know, he maybe not have 30 years, 20, 28, 29. So it was that young guy speak with the prime minister, and of course this prime minister is the motherfucker, but he was calm, and Ziobro was aggressive, and the people didn't like him. It's good that you said that he is anti-communist, because he is one of the biggest enemy of our activity. 1 year ago, he wanted one more time to delegalize the Communist Party of Poland. And also the people who work with him, they are active in the thing which is the Institute of the National Remembrance. So this is the guy very interesting of the changing the name of the streets, that they are trying to find every leftist, every communist, and destroy the memory about the leftist history of Poland. And it is something from the political perspective of this party, it is something strange because in one side we have this fanatic anti-leftist guys. In second side we have Jaroslav Kaczynski, who openly said that for him the most important hero of Poland is Józef Piłsudski. Józef Piłsudski, who was a member of the Polish Socialist Party, and the people who are in the power in the Second Republic of Poland, many of them were the members or ancient members of the Polish Socialist Party. So they are in the one political uh, coalition, uh, but in this question, what do they think about the leftist ideas or socialism or Polish People's Republic? Also, that Kaczynski sometimes he can sometimes he said something good about the time of Gierek. That yes, in the time of Gierek was something good. For Ziobro, it is impossible. Ziobro, it is fanatic. For him, the communist, the red flag, the leftist ideas, it is the synonym of satanism or evil, or he's a mental idiot.
This is good.
And
This is good.
he is
Quickly.
very dangerous. He's the very dangerous guy because he is the leader of the Polish justice. My problem with Polish state is because of him that I was arrested. It is him or his guys who decided this.
Okay, so we will go to another slide. You can see here Antoni Macierewicz, which is the leader of this Smolensk religion. So he is the main conspiracy theorist in this government. As Michael said and I have said that he believed that the Russians has created artificial mist, that there was magnetic bombs, that they were throttle in this Smolensk case, and so on. So he believed on these things, and he one case about him and his so-called experts of the Smolensk. So he brought to an expert to Polish people that this guy is an expert to the aviation of planes and of catastrophic situation, crash of planes and so on. And what it comes to be true that this guy um, is making sweet bread or sweet cookies, so in USA, but he was called an expert and people was laughing that he is an expert of cookies land to the floor, and not an expert on planes. And so he is also Russophobic. He's what he did. This guy is also he's also very pro America, a very pro USA. He was it was his decision, and or maybe not his decision, but his role to brought American soldiers to Poland. He wanted to build Fort Trump in Poland. He is also because he was Minister of Defense of Poland for a couple years, and now he is hidden because people hate him. People know that he is complete crazy, maybe more crazy even that the Ziobro is. He's but he has his sect, his fanatics who believed all he said. And the next guy,
Wait.
okay,
Comrade Rafal, you know that our friends from the Institute of the okay, I will not say the name, but they are very similar for this guy because he in the 1970s in
oh yeah,
1970s
yeah,
when he was young, he was fascinated by the Mao Zedong and Ernesto Che Guevara. He was in this time he collaborated with Kuron and Michnik, and he was one of the creator of the organization named Committed for the Committed Defense of the Workers. So very beautiful name, Committed Defense of the Workers. It was in 1976. It was the organization which was supported by the ultra left from the Western countries. And it was the alliance of the different forces of the Polish opposition. But in this alliance, Macierewicz, he was something who criticized the system in Poland, that it is the system which is not real socialist system. He wanted to build real socialist. He wanted to make a Maoist or Guevarist revolution in Poland. So he was very radical in this time. Now he wants to forget about it, but because he worked with Michnik published about this. So you see that in the internet now there are many radical people who are saying that yes, we are we are radical and we hate the socialist Poland, and we hate socialist Poland because we want to make things like Mao Zedong, for example. So, and they said that they are the first one in Poland. No, they are not first one. And there was really the first one of the first Maoists in Poland was him, the Antoni Macierewicz. And now he's very dangerous person also because in the first government of PIS he was responsible for the Minister of Defense, and he created the so-called National Guards of Poland. It is the volunteer, how to say, the army which defends the territorial. So he created like something like Battalion Azov in Poland. The young militias of PIS with guns. And this is the so-called army, and it is totally controlled by him and the people from his party. Okay, Comrade Rafal, we not even finish with PIS party.
we are finished because maybe I will go quickly to this person
no,
because
no,
this
no,
is
no,
the
no, no,
last
no.
slide.
The last, but he's not.
Slide about PIS.
Yes, but he's no longer in PIS. He's on
Uh,
opposition.
he is now in mental hospital to the fact because he broke the coalition and the PIS has I don't know how to make this, but he get crazy. That is that police is spying on him. Then that his cell phones are on the wire tape and so on. So this guy was a part. He was like business side of this government. Business side. He was he presented himself as this calm and not radical and so on. He was the member of Civic Party in the past, but now he was in coalition with PIS in this United Right, and he broke this coalition, and now he is in hospital. But if you read the news, that he is in hospital because of his mental system, mental health. So he is not in hospital like maybe they don't saying it to front that he is mental hospital, but why where sorry where he is, if somebody is, his mental system is broken, that that people go to mental hospital. And what this is the side of this government, that if you want to take power for them, of them, then you will land in mental hospital, because PIS don't like these situations, and will act very aggressively to stop to be still in power.
Okay, thank you, Comrade Rafal. It
Thank
is
you.
1 hour 45 minutes. I think that we started a very big series, because we are not hurry. It will be 4 or 5 or more episodes, but it is good to present our the what is the Polish parliamentary situation from the Marxist perspective. It's very important because the Marxists from the Western countries, they not really understand why people vote for PIS. They are using the words, PIS is the fascist party. No, it's not the fascist party. It's they think that they don't understand that from the economic point of view, the PIS is much more left party than the social democracy. And because they don't understand this, they don't understand situation in Poland. So it's very important. And because now we have this conflict between Poland and European Union, it's good to make a presentation like this, who is who in Poland.
Thank you, comrade.
Thank you.